I've lived in this apartment building for 3 years. It's always been quiet. The neighbors keep to themselves. The walls are paper thin, and the hallways always have that faint smell of old carpet. But last week, someone new moved into apartment for B. A woman I never saw, only heard. And last night, I learned she was never supposed to exist. It all started at 2:14 a.m. I was lying in bed when I heard footsteps pacing back and forth, right above my ceiling. Heavy, slow, almost dragging. But here, that's the really strange part. No one had lived in 4B for over 2 years. The unit was sealed shut after a bad fire. I knew this for a fact. Still, the footsteps continued, and every few minutes, there was a soft tapping sound on the floor. Just 3 taps. Always 3. Always 3. I tried to ignore it, telling myself it was the pipes or the old building settling, but the sound was too deliberate, too rhythmic. It was someone walking and someone knocking. I didn't sleep at all that night. The next night, I was coming home late when I saw a faint red glow leaking from the bottom of the 4B door. It wasn't a bright light, just enough to stain the hallway carpet with a soft, crimson haze. I felt a chill run down my spine. Every rational part of my brain screamed at me to just go back to my own apartment and lock the door. But curiosity, it always wins, doesn't it? I walked closer, my own footsteps feeling impossibly loud in the silent hall. As primera leaned in trying to peek through the keyhole, the tapping started again. 3 taps, but this time it was from the other side of the door, right in front of my face. A whisper followed, a wisp of sound that made the air go cold. Don't be afraid. Her voice sounded close, way too close, like she was pressed right against the wood. My heart hammered against my ribs. I managed to whisper back, my own voice trembling. Are you okay? Do you need help? There was a long pause, and then a reply came. No, she said. Not yet. A draft of freezing air seeped out from under the door, making me shiver. Then, her shadow appeared in the red glow on the floor. I could make out the shape of bare feet, long, stringy hair. Her head was tilted to the side, as if she was trying to hear me breathe. My mind was racing. Who was she? How did she get in there? I asked her name. She whispered back, "You already know it." That was impossible. I didn't know anyone who would be in there. But when I blinked, the red glow vanished. The hallway plunged back into darkness. Before I could even process what happened, I reached for the doorknob. I don't know why. It wasn't locked. The door to 4B creaked open all by itself, swinging inward into the pitch black. The air that rushed out smelled of ash and something else. Something sickly sweet. Inside, the apartment was a charred, black shell. There were burn marks on every wall, clawing their way up to the ceiling. No furniture, no lights. Just a cracked floor and a broken, full-length mirror leaning against the far corner. And in the reflection, I saw her. She was standing right behind me, smiling. I spun around so fast I nearly fell over. But the room was empty. There was nothing there. Just the smell of smoke and the oppressive silence. Then the tapping started again, this time from across the room. 3 slow, deliberate taps against the mirror. Her voice drifted from inside the glass, echoing in the empty, burnt-out space. I didn't survive the fire. I stared, frozen in place, as a pale hand pressed against the inside surface of the mirror, the glass distorting around its palm. You heard me calling. The mirror cracked, a spiderweb of fractures spreading from her hand. Then, with a sound like splintering ice, her hand pushed through the reflection and into the real world. I didn't wait to see what happened next. I ran. I scrambled out of that apartment and slammed the door shut behind me, not daring to look back. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. But footsteps followed me from the hallway. Slow, dragging. The same heavy steps I'd heard from my bedroom ceiling. They were getting closer. I rounded the corner to my own apartment and froze. The hallway lights flickered red, just like the glow from her door. And she was there. She was standing outside my apartment now, waiting for me. Somehow, I fumbled my keys into the lock, rushed inside, and slammed the door, locking every single deadbolt I had. I slid down to the floor, shaking, and waited until morning, listening for any sound. There was nothing. But tonight, the silence was broken. At exactly 2:14 a.m., I heard 3 taps. Not from upstairs, not from the hallway. They came from right behind my bedroom mirror. And then, her whisper, clear as day, right beside my ear. "You livin' for a?" That means I'm always one wall away.